This is the Gargoyle of the Front Row Fanatics, and you're watching my two good friends on Top Rope Reality.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Top Rope Reality episode 146. Part 4 of the list.
That does not
We got a new thing here, the 12 roster moves Duty must make right now.
Now, do it.
Number 12, the Authors of Pain 2 SmackDown Live.
While NXT mostly consists of established independent wrestlers at this moment in time, the Black and Yellow brand should be commended for how they've handled the Authors of Pain over the past year, considering they started from scratch with them. The dominant duo quickly embarked on a path of destruction. From the moment they arrived, winning the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic as well as the NXT Tag Team Championships. Essentially, after being beaten for the first time by Sanity at TakeOver Brooklyn 3 last month, there's nothing left for them down in developmental. Plus, they went from being a fairly green pair of rookies to a pretty polished tandem, contesting excellent matches with everyone they've waged war with the addition of Red Dragon and the Street Profits to the division. Authors of Pain are no longer needed down in NXT. Between Raw and SmackDown Live, the Authors of Pain will be a better fit on the blue brand. Raw's tag team division is stacked. The Hardy Boys, Dean and Seth, and the Revival. SmackDown has the New Day and the Usos, sure, but the well runs dry after them. It's unknown whether Paul Ellering would be a part of the package as well, but he would continue to serve as a nice addition to their act.
They need Paul Ellering.
They do. They gotta have the mouthpiece.
They can't bring them up without Paul Ellering.
They have to have the mouthpiece because they're not talkers. They're not. They don't need to be talkers.
As far as you can go here, New Day beats Usos.
Absolutely.
Cage races. Ellering comes at the walkway. New Day's attention. Pain, Authors of Pain behind. We've got new challengers for the tag team titles.
Boom.
All at one place.
Boom.
It's done.
Boom.
Now, if you want to just test the waters a bit, have Paul Ellering come out during tag matches and just watch the two teams.
True.
You know who he's with in NXT,
Exactly.
but who is he eyeing now?
Ooh, could he be getting a new team?
Could he be getting a new team? Yeah.
Or is he just watching the competition?
That's right.
Exactly.
If the announcers play it off well enough, you know, what's he doing here?
Or could the Authors of Pain be under the ring the entire time?
That's true.
They pop out and destroy all of them.
That's true, yeah.
Even the Usos. Destroy everybody.
Yes. I mean, everybody hates Enzo, good and bad, so I guess the Authors of Pain can attack heels, tag team, face tag teams. It don't make no difference. So,
They're just there writing their book,
yes.
if you will.
Chapter 1, Destroy Everyone.
There you go.
So,
I like it.
thank you. I try. Sometimes.
Should.
And now we're going to switch over to WCW.
Where did beat blow a plate?
Yeah, and the big girls. Which,
That's what Medusa said. Did you watch that?
not yet.
Oh, watch her documentary. Very good.
Really?
One of the best they've done. I definitely enjoyed it.
Wow.
It was very well done.
That's shocking.
Shocking.
No. We got the 10 WCW moments you totally don't remember. This guy does.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do number 9. Or number 8. I can't read
That's
anymore.
number 8.
Number 9 was the Jesse Ventura arm challenge.
Oh, the arm wrestling.
But now we're going to do number 8. Billy Kidman feud with Hulk Hogan.
Ask WCW fans to name Hulk Hogan's biggest feud in the company, and you'll hear names like Ric Flair,
Woo!
Sting, and the Giant.
Mm.
Right. Hell, even Vince Russo would come before Billy Kidman, but the ex-cruiserweight star was someone WCW hacks were interested in pushing come the year of 2000. That idea wouldn't last too long, though. Part of the New Blood, a group designed to mimic the hip vibes of the NWO, Kidman started bad-mouthing the Hulkster alongside Russo and Eric Bischoff. That didn't sit well with the re-energized red and yellow brother. and Hogan was encouraged by his Millionaire Club buddies to put Kidman in his place. Matches at Slamboree and the Great American Bash followed. Neither of these brought Billy up to Hulk's level, which is likely why hardly anyone remembers them. That kid couldn't headline at a flea market, dude. Or so said Hogan during one press interview.
So you just kill your people there.
Right there. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember that, and if done right, it could have been well. It could have been good. It could have been good.
That's rough.
Because, I mean, Billy Kidman has a good look.
He does.
Now,
Well, not now, but...
well, I mean, by God, he looks like he ate the old Billy Kidman.
And Tori Wilson.
Hey, oh, well, yeah, never mind.
I'm not going
My
there.
God!
He's, well, he's gay. You look at Billy Kidman and you go, that's his wife, or used to be his wife? What the hell?
Congratulations, right?
I know.
But yeah,
with people in the locker room going, I see why you had Tori Wilson as your wife.
But yeah, so I mean, he had a good look, but I think that they should have built him up by beating some other people, bigger names that are less than Hogan, but still beating them leading up to Hogan. They just kind of pushed him right into that, and then it kind of went kaput.
It was punch, 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 whip, boot, leg drop.
Oh, absolutely. They had some decent matches though. I mean, if you go back on the network for only $9.99,
You can see some.
you can watch it. It's a Slammiversary.
Oh.
That is that's TNA. That's WCW.
Yeah, so
Slamboree,
which is
and
Slammiversary. Yeah, it's like good.
and the Great American Bash. If you go back and watch those in the year of 2000, they did have some pretty decent matches.
That's very surprising.
So Billy Kidman can carry the old man.
And then it was punch, 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 whip, big boot, leg drop, 1, 2, 3.
Exactly.
Of course.
But next time we talk about this, we're going to go to number 7, Disco Inferno, as the deliberately uncool Filthy Animal member.
Do you remember that one?
I remember him being part of the group. I do remember him being part of the Filthy Animals with Conan, with Rey Mysterio, with Billy Kidman, and with Hoovy, along with Tori Wilson and Tigress.
And a whole group there in there.
Yes, Tigress was with Rey Mysterio. She was one of the old Nitro Girls. By the year 2000, they were trying to take all the Nitro Girls and put them into actual storylines. Stop it. That's why Stacy Keibler became Miss Hancock.
With David Flair.
Yes.
I know some of that, so.
And Booker T's wife went with Prince Ikea. That's Paisley or some weird name.
Yeah. Well, it was Paisley.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's go next to
hey, look at there.
the 10 most unlikely
That's a face only a mother can love.
main event acts in WWE history. Number 1 with a butt. King Mabel.
King Mabel. Mabel's name has been a running joke among hardcore WWE fans for years. A sloppy, immobile, 5,001 pounder. Somebody put too many O's in that.
Yes.
Just notice that. A sloppy, immobile, 501 pounder. I'm saying mobile. Mabel was one half of the horrendous Men on a Mission in the night. Did you enjoy Men on a Mission?
No.
Okay, good. Just like everybody else. In the 90s, and best known for accidentally injuring most of the guys he wrestled. He and tag team partner Mo eventually turned on Oscar, their manager, signaling a big heel turn and prompting a major push for one of the company's dullest in-ring performers.
So they were just, You take out the O, just,
Exactly.
Did you enjoy that? Okay. Did you enjoy,
Dubiously remembered as the worst King of the Ring of all time, Mabel won the tournament in 1995, you can watch on the network,
Yes.
and was suddenly thrust to a position he was completely unsuited for. The King's push came out of left field, and suddenly he was WWE's top heel. He immediately entered a feud with WWE Champion Diesel, producing a horrendous SummerSlam 1995 main event that ultimately ended in defeat. King Mabel's main event run was originally set to continue through an alliance with Mo, Davey Boy Smith, and Jim Cornette. But those plans were ditched. The reasons were never revealed, but Kevin Nash has since hinted that Mabel's wrestling style had much to do with it, which makes sense. Mabel once injured The Undertaker so badly he was forced to wear a Phantom of the Opera mask for several months. Remember that?
I do remember that.
I remember that too. Must have squished his face.
Ew. Well, when he weighs 5,001 pounds, nobody's face is safe.
Nobody is safe. His main event push was a disaster and totally misplaced. But that's not to say that for most of his adult life he was not employed by the company.
That's true.
Because if you think about it, he was Mabel, then he was King Mabel. He disappeared after a while. He came back as Viscera.
Mm-hmm.
He went from being, in the Attitude Era as Viscera, then he disappeared again. Mm-hmm. Then he come back as Viscera, and then they put pajamas on him. He was the new sexual chocolate, basically.
Big Daddy V.
Well, no, not yet.
Oh, not yet?
He was Mabel still. Or no, he was Viscera, I mean. He never went back to Mabel, thank goodness. As Viscera, he was doing the sexual chocolate thing. And then...
Oh, yeah, Big Daddy V was...
Then he went to ECW, the WWE version of ECW, and he was...
Which you can see on the network now.
For only $99. Yeah, I've been watching it lately. And some of the stuff was done very well. I mean, it brought us CM Punk. That show also brought us Kofi Kingston. It brought us Evan Bourne. There was a lot of people that it brought us to. So it wasn't all for nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
But anyway, but then he went on to Big Daddy V. Matt Striker was his manager.
Yes.
And he had oh my gosh, he had everything uncovered.
Yes.
He just had straps over the nipples.
Yeah.
And that was it. Every roll was out, ready to go.
It was rolling.
But, I mean, in my opinion, my favorite character that he did was Big Daddy V. It didn't get a lot. There wasn't a lot for it. No. They didn't really push a lot. But, in my opinion, that was his best character. It was a monstrous heel, and I think that if they would have gave it more time, I think it would have went well.
That's true.
That's just my opinion.
Hey. That's it with this one. Next time we're going to do 10 things the WWE must do right at Starrcade 2017.
Like film it.
For the network.
For only $9.99.
Yes. Now let's go over to our favorite Montreal Screwjob 10 backstage stories about what really happened that night. This week we have the real person responsible.
From numerous interviews, the person who gets credit for coming up with the idea for the Montreal Screwjob is not Vince McMahon. No. It was Triple H.
What?
Oh my goodness!
Triple H?
Triple H.
How can he do that?
Oh my goodness. Vince Russo might have come up with the idea, at least according to him, to put Brett in the sharpshooter, but it was Triple H who instigated the entire incident. Triple H at this time had some stroke within WWE and had the ear of both Vince and Shawn Michaels. After hearing that Brett would refuse to drop the title to Shawn, Triple H pitched the idea that they should do business for him. He said, F him. If he doesn't want to do business, you do business for him. Vince would listen to this advice and eventually set the wheels in motion for the entire incident to take place. Vince McMahon and Shawn Michaels are the two names that get the most heat for the incident, but Triple H is really the one to blame. We have seen Brett take a number of shots at Triple H over the years, and we can assume that it has to do with his involvement in the Montreal Screwjob. But he does. Still to this day, Brett has a lot to say about Triple H, and it's not always very nice, even though he's back in the good graces of the company.
He said F him, so...
He did say F him.
Yeah, he did.
Well,
Brett should have done business, stop being bitter.
Exactly.
Do the job.
If you are willingly leaving to another company, you willingly do the job, and you put over the next person so that you can go
care if you hate his guts.
That's true.
In the ring, you are professional. When you get behind the curtain, you spit on him. You don't care. But out in the ring, you do it right.
Exactly. But next
time on the Montreal Screwjobs, 10 backstage stories of what really happened that night, Jim Ross also kept in the dark.
What? On commentary, he had no idea what was going on.
Nothing. Because he worked with the boys, he hired the boys, he's got to be kept in the dark. He can't beat.
Can't tell him because then it looks bad for the company morale.
Yes.
Of course. But we digress. Continue.
We're going to finish up this week with one more thing. The Hall of Fame, which has been a while.
It's been a while since we've done it, but we go with 3. We do a should be.
It might be.
And it's not at all just never going to happen.
Nope. Never, ever, ever.
So far, we've been right.
This is true. Yes. None of our not at all
go back to the videos. You can watch them.
Yes.
I'm not going to tell you which videos they are because I couldn't tell you what episode number it is, but you'll figure it out.
Yes.
Read the descriptions. It says it.
Watch everyone.
Watch every one of them. Start with number 1.
You can't miss it then, yes.
Start back from the beginning.
Yes.
You'll be here for a while, but start back.
Yeah.
Watch them all.
It's only 100,000. Those.
Was 145 other ones so far.
Yes, but you got 4.
But you got 4 for every
4
time.
on 4.
So there's a lot.
There is a lot.
So we're gonna go with the might be first.
We're gonna do the might be first.
Might be.
And the might be is Magnum T.A.
It's true, and I would be completely fine with it.
Yes.
He was supposed to have a stellar career, but he had a horrible motorcycle accident.
No.
Wasn't it a motorcycle?
No.
Car?
Yeah, he wrapped a Porsche around a phone pole.
Oh, I thought it was a motorcycle.
Ooh, that was Lex.
But Lex had a motorcycle wreck.
Yeah, Lex, otherwise you have to.
Oh yeah, he's got metal on his arm.
What they use as a gimmick.
They did. But yeah, so he wrapped a Porsche around a pole. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Was there alcohol involved in this?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. But it's
I know
affected
the magazine
him.
was that bring it, let you look at it.
Nice. But it's affected him ever since. He has to actually like ride around in a scooter type thing now to this day, because it affects him. He can't walk around for long periods of time. And Disney actually kicked him out. They would not let him go in. Tessa Blanchard posted about it. Because if y'all didn't know, Tessa Blanchard, that's her stepdaddy.
Yeah.
So, wrestling is everywhere for her.
Yes. That's her stepdaddy. Tully's her real daddy. They feuded. Okay, so.
And then they feuded over the woman too, I guess. Weird!
Yeah,
Weird!
So.
Weird. We ain't talking about baby doll.
No. But I can see Magnum T.A. going in. Someday, maybe. It all depends who has the say-so.
I mean, I'll go with this. Coco Beware went in.
That's true. If Coco could go in,
anybody could go in. The Not At All could probably go in if it was the same concept here.
well, let's go with the Not At All then, shall we?
We shall, because the Not At All is
Who better than Kanyon?
We're talking about Chris Kanyon. We're talking about DDP's best friend.
And that may get him in.
That's true. That's true. It may get him in. DDP does the ceremony, the talking, whatever, the introduction.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he was never really used in a high capacity. I mean, he was entertaining.
Yeah, he was.
I'll give it that.
He was tag team champion, I think.
In WWE?
Yeah,
He was DDP, wasn't it?
I don't think it was. I think he was tag team champion in WWE as WCW tag team champions, which
Maybe him and Mike Awesome. I don't know. We'll look that up, though.
I'll look it up now because I believe he was tag team champion. He was United States champion, but I think he was United States champion in WCW.
He was, but I think he was the one that was given the belt. Because remember, Booker came into WWE with both belts. And so he had to give up one of them. And I think Kanyon was the recipient of the U.S. title.
I'll have to look that up too.
We're going to look that up, people. We're just going to Wikipedia some Kanyon. And you can do that too.
Yes.
And it doesn't cost a dime.
Not
Not
right
even
now.
$9.99. Unless Wikipedia feels like making you pay for it.
They keep asking every
I'm not going to read anything there. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really think WWE would put him in. I mean,
because he'd be a dead a dead wrestler. So
he would be one of the ones that passed away, and then
they kind of save those for the bigger ones sometimes.
yeah, and then you have to look at why he passed away, and then that puts a black on the situation, and so they probably won't go into that.
No.
But they should be, and they will be, and it's just a matter of time. Be
Like next year, be
probably.
maybe too.
Probably. I mean, they got to make some money off the fact that he's that big movie star now.
He's an Avenger.
He is, because they're all coming together, aren't they?
Yes, they are. He's part of the Marvel
Universe.
Yes.
He's also part of the WWE universe, and we're talking about Dave Batista.
He's also in the new Blade Runner movie too.
I didn't know there was a name.
Yeah, 2049 coming out next week.
Wow. But yes, so Dave Batista.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. I mean, because you got the WWE career.
And he was also the bad guy in one of the James Bond movies, I think. Too.
He was. You got the Hollywood career, which is doing quite well.
Yes, he's getting there. He's definitely getting there.
Not The Rock, but he's in there.
But I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy's made him a
Oh, yeah.
mainstream name.
Yes, it has. Yes.
So I definitely think he'll go in. I mean, especially for the fact that he did transition very well over there. I mean, by gosh, we could say he did better in Hollywood than Hulk Hogan.
Oh, yes. Mr. Annie, definitely. But
Coco Beware could probably do better in Hollywood than Hulk Hogan. But
see what John Cena does. I mean, he's getting some.
he's getting there now. Oh my
Got the
goodness, he's
Bumblebee
getting there.
movie he's
gonna be
doing.
Bumblebee. Yeah.
He's doing-
He was in Daddy's Home.
And then part 2 is gonna be in part
He's
2.
in part 2.
Yeah.
He was in Trainwreck.
Yeah. Which. This is pictures you don't remember.
It's kind of weird, but
It's more than kind of weird, but
I didn't watch that, so
it just leaves a lasting impression in your brain.
I bet. Wonder if Nikki Bella was there on set for that one, because it's just weird. But no, I mean he's got a couple other ones while he's out right now with the WWE. He's got more than just the Bumblebee movie. He's got a couple other ones that he's filming all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, he's keeping busy.
He's keeping busy. He's got to come in and get that WrestleMania check, though. So.
Of course.
Him and Undertaker now all said makes sense. But, yeah.
Right.
If you didn't want to give us last year, I don't want to see it now.
Don't give it to us. We don't want it now.
We want John Cena and Undertaker. No, you get Roman Reigns and Undertaker. Why not John Cena and Undertaker? It doesn't make any sense. Or WrestleMania 34.
Doesn't put over
John
anybody.
Cena and Undertaker. What the?
Now we put the two old people together. Okay.
Yeah, because that's a WWE logic, folks.
Now that they're once a year competitors, we'll put them together now.
Because Undertaker's passing the torch to John Cena to be once a year. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Yeah.
That's what it's going to be. Yes.
Like, I'm done being once a year. You can have it for a while. But yeah, so Batista definitely Magnum T.A. I definitely think he'll probably go in at some point.
Yep.
He's not going to be a headliner, but he'll be in there. And then Chris Kanyon, I don't see him doing it.
No.
Unless somebody's doing a favor to DDP.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
I mean, honestly.
That's the only reason I see Chris Kanyon. No offense to his family or anybody
No
like
offense.
that.
I mean, I was very entertained by him. I was thoroughly entertained by him as a wrestler.
I'm not impressed with Coco Beware being in there. So
I think if that's anything you take away from this show, you should definitely take away from the show that we are not excited that Coco Beware's in the Hall of Fame.
the Honky Tonk Man isn't.
See, there's where the problem lies.
The greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time.
See, for years we said it's not a Hall of Fame without Macho Man. He's in. It's not a Hall of Fame without Bruno. He's in. It's not a Hall of Fame without Hulk Hogan. He's in. It's not a Hall of Fame without, because of course Andre was the first one. But,
Of course, yes.
But, it's not a Hall of Fame without those certain people. One day they're going to say the same thing if John Cena's not in it. If Batista's not in it. If,
Undertaker.
It's not a Hall of Fame without those people. Nobody ever said, by gosh, we got to hurry up and get Coco Beware in there. Because here's the thing. If you ever told me years ago, there's a great tag team. They wear baggy breeches and suspenders, and one day, one of them's going to be in the Hall of Fame. Do you know I would have thought it'd been Owen Hart, not Coco Beware?
Yeah, Owen Hart's not in there. That's because of his wife, but
Of course, but still.
yeah, you're
I'm
right.
just saying.
Pick the one that goes in, Owen.
If honestly, gun to your head, if you were told to
Who
pick.
goes in before the other one? Owen.
Exactly.
Say Owen goes in. I don't know if Coco's ever go in, but Owen's going in. Coco goes in. Owen. I don't know if Owen's ever going in. Who'd have thought of that? Nobody. And if you're lying,
You know what? And if y'all want to make Bret the Hitman Hart a non-bitter man, I have an idea for you. I have a great idea for you. Since Flair can be a two-time person because of the Horseman, let's go ahead and put the Hart Foundation in. Because then you get Bret having a second one. You get Jim Neidhart because he ain't going in by himself. You get Davey Boy Smith, so you get one of the ones that passed away that deserves to be in there. And we could quietly get Owen Hart in there, and nobody has to say a word. And Brian Pillman. There won't be a lot of people on stage. I know.
Yes,
But we can quietly get it over with, and no one has to peep a word to Owen Hart's wife. He'll just be on the picture. Nobody will say, well, Owen Hart went in. No, the Hart Foundation did.
The Hart Foundation went in.
Hart Foundation went in.
There's always ways to work around it.
Hart Foundation went in the Hall of Fame. And you don't have to say nothing about Owen.
And he's part of the Hearts.
He is part of the Hart Foundation. So,
I like the way you're thinking.
I'm telling you. I mean, there will only be 2 people on stage out of 5.
But
It's a little depressing.
it is a little
Depressing.
But hey, he'll be in there.
And Brett will be like, me and Flair, I'm better. I'm better than Flair now. Make him, be less bitter,
Never.
Nope, won't happen.
Because the next
I
night,
mean, I should have been a 2-time beforehand.
another time I had something to blame about Seth Rollins or somebody.
Somebody gets hurt at WrestleMania
Yes.
the weekend he goes in. I'm bitter and bitter and bitter. Lord.
So we're bitter about Brett and Coco going in the Hall of Fame. We're good, okay.
Right, but I'm just trying to help y'all out because I know that a lot of people like, Jim Neidhart. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to let y'all know, I am shocked that Coco went in by himself. I get that. I understand that. The Bird probably should have went in before him, but I'm just that's probably why they put him in, because of the Bird.
Yes.
I'm just going to let you know, I don't think Jim Neidhart's going in by himself. So I'm trying to help y'all out by putting in the whole Hart Foundation.
Yeah, then you get people in there that ain't going to be by themselves, will be in there. So, because Pillman maybe could go in by himself, but, because Austin could put him in.
Who?
Austin could put Pillman
I thought you just said Oscar's going to put him in. I'm
Oh,
like,
I know
she don't even know who he is.
it is WWE logic, so Oscar could put Brian Pillman in. Makes so much sense. Somebody else be like, why does he induct him? What?
And you know who can accept it? Brian Pillman Jr., because his son is now training with Lance Storm to wrestle.
There you go. It writes itself.
It does write itself. And then we put him, then it's the same weekend that he accepts for his daddy, he goes to developmental. Sign a contract, kid.
Hunter's there. Well, that's it for this week, folks.
Right.
We've had a few Cars Corners.
And Hogan Hangouts.
That wasn't planned.
Never planned, hardly ever.
Never planned.
And some Hogan Hangouts. He's he don't like Hogan.
I'm a big Coco fan. You got people picking in to get Donald Trump out, but we're okay with Coco.
I know. Y'all are so upset Drew Carey went in, but by gosh, let's not worry about Coco.
Maybe next week we'll have some news on Starrcade being a WWE Network special.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
It would be nice.
But we will have our ringside news, our pro wrestling review of the Monday Night Wars. We're going into 1997.
Yeah, the war's about to begin.
Because it was already supposed to start, and it just didn't look very good on paper, does it?
On paper, it was like shit. We're gonna go
That's
over.
old.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna go over 10 more.
Oh.
10 more.
NXT
Making the
call-ups.
moves.
Making the moves.
Yeah, making the moving. Moving.
We're going to do the semifinals, or we're going to go ahead and do the finals too?
We may do the semifinals.
Do the whole thing!
Finish it off.
Of the Cruiserweight Tournament for the Top Rope Reality. And, of course, we're going to talk about Jim Ross and the Montreal Screwjob.
Yep.
And so much more.
But they must do a Starrcade. Like, put it on the network.
Put it on the network.
I lost the mouse. I can't scroll anymore.
No!
I know, we're unscrollable.
But we got so much going on for the
Yes.
next time we film, which could be Hell in a Cell pay-per-view weekend.
That's true.
You never know.
That is next week.
That is this coming up weekend. So, y'all have fun watching Hell in a Cell.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm Justin Carter.
We'll see you next time right here at Top Rope Reality when this man over here might say...
Why is Coco in Hall of Fame?